Hello and welcome to Daily Reflection with Aneel Aranha. Today is the 26th of July 2018. We're going to reflect on Matthew chapter 13 verses 10 to 17. Listen. Then the disciples came to Jesus and asked him, "Why do you speak to them in parables?" And Jesus answered, "To you it has been given to know the secrets of the kingdom of heaven, but to them it has not been given. For to those who have, more will be given, and they will have an abundance. But from those who have nothing, even what they have will be taken away. The reason I speak to them in parables is that seeing they do not perceive, and hearing they do not listen, nor do they understand. With them indeed is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah that says, 'You will indeed listen, but never understand, and you will indeed look, but never perceive. For this people's heart has grown dull, and their ears are hard of hearing, and they have shut their eyes, so that they might not look with their eyes, and listen with their ears, and understand with their heart, and turn, and I would heal them. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. Truly I tell you, many prophets and righteous people longed to see what you see, but did not see it, and to hear what you hear, but did not hear it." The Gospel of the Lord. One of the most common misconceptions about the parables of Jesus is that they were simple stories Jesus told that his listeners would find easy to understand. However, that is not quite true. The stories were neither simple, nor would the listeners find them easy to understand. Why? Let me first tell you about the Jewish method of storytelling. It was called the Mashal and Nimshal method. When a rabbi wanted to teach a lesson, he would make up a story. He would craft it in such a way as to hide its purpose, but at the same time designed to intrigue. That was the mashal. For a wonderful example, consider the story Nathan told David. You might know this story. King David committed adultery with Bathsheba. God sent the prophet Nathan to confront David, and the prophet told the king a story. There were two men in a city. One was rich, the other poor. The rich man had very many flocks and herds, but the poor man had nothing but one little lamb which he loved and looked after like his own child. One day the rich man had a visitor, but instead of taking an animal out of his own large flock, he took the poor man's lamb and prepared it for his guests. You'll find the whole story in 2 Samuel chapter 12. Now see how well the story was crafted. It was guaranteed to get an emotional response from the listener. At the same time, it was so opaque that although the sin of the rich man was evident, David couldn't determine the point the storyteller was trying to make, which was point out David's sin. This was the mashal. So what happened? David got angry with this rich man. He told Nathan the man should die for the terrible thing that he did. And now it was time for the nimshal, which is an explanation of the mashal. Nathan said to David, "You are the man." We sometimes forget that Jesus was Jewish. And as a rabbi, he used this method in the stories that he told, although he would very rarely provide the nimshal, the explanation. This was a deliberate omission because he wanted the listener, the interested listener, to think deeply about the mashal. In the process, the listener would gain several insights into the subject because in the absence of a clear-cut explanation, the mind travels in many directions. Today's reflection is a little like that. You have the mashal and a little bit of the nimshal. Now you figure out the rest. God bless you.